Hey, it's James Lynch back for Odds Checker US, taking a look at Saturday's UFC Vegas 44 main event, which features former featherweight champion Jose Aldo taking on Rob Font. Let's get right into it. This fight's going to be taking place at the Apex in Las Vegas. And if you missed my video on the main card, I went through all the times for this card and some of the other fights on the card. But today we're just going to focus on the Font and Aldo fight. Let's look at the tail of the tape here. Rob Font is slight favorite at -145. Jose Aldo, the underdog, at +125. 34 years old for Rob Font, just 35 for Aldo. I think we think of Aldo being a lot older. He's not. He's just been fighting a lot longer than Rob Font has. 5'8" to 5'7", so Font a little bit taller and a little bit more of a reach advantage at 71.5 compared to 70. I gotta be honest here, I like the underdog here in Jose Aldo. You know, Aldo may have, lost a step or two since being featherweight champion, but Rob Font has fought no one near the competition of Jose Aldo. Yes, nice win over Cody Garbrandt in his last fight, but where's Cody Garbrandt now? He's down at flyweight. He's not in that weight class. Marlon Moraes, pretty bad losing streak since losing to Font and Corey Sandhagen and so many others as well. So some of those wins not really aging so well. I'll give him the Sergio Pettis win. Sergio Pettis is over in Bellator. He's their bantamweight champion right now, so that was a solid victory for him. But we'll see how this one goes. Some people feel like Font's the better striker. I tend to think that goes towards Aldo, and we saw that in the last fight. Pedro Munoz, outstanding fighter. Aldo was able to outstrike him in that fight. Chito Vera, another good striker, was able to take him out in that one. Lost to the current champ Petr Yan in a fight that was pretty competitive as it went on, but Yan just sort of took over as the fight went through, and I think Yan is just levels above both of these fighters, so don't really credit Aldo for losing that. Yes, he lost to Marlon Moraes, but that was a very close fight that many people thought could have gone the other way, and that was also Aldo's first fight in the weight class. But I just think Aldo, with his kicks, with his power, with his speed, I think will be a bit too much for Rob Font. Rob Font also doesn't have the same amount of 5-round experience that Aldo does as well, so if this goes into deep waters, I tend to give that to Aldo too. You do have to question the amount of damage that Aldo's taken compared to Rob Font, but still, I think that experience will only help him in this fight overall. I don't know if Aldo will finish Rob Font. If he does, I see it a little bit later, but I think you could go Aldo by decision, and that's a pretty safe bet as well. Font pretty durable, just the one submission loss to Pedro Munoz a couple of years back in 2017. And that's another thing too. Aldo's got the edge on the ground, I think, as well. So I really like Jose Aldo in this fight. I can't believe you're getting him at plus money. I think it's worth the stab here for the former featherweight champion Jose Aldo. So let me know what you think in the comments. Who are you picking on Saturday? Are you going Font? Are you going Aldo? The winner of this fight, obviously, huge implications here. Will be right close to a title shot. I think I think first Aljamain Sterling is going to get his crack at Petr Yan, and then you got TJ Dillashaw. There's a lot of fights potentially to be made at the 135-pound weight class. But either way, let me know in the comments who you're picking. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lynch on Sports, and make sure you subscribe to the Odds Checker US YouTube channel, where you will find my breakdowns every single week along with my fighter interviews. I'm James Lynch. Enjoy the card this weekend, and I'll talk to you next week.